You're being very difficult. When is somebody?
It's supposed to be difficult when people approach us like this.
You're supposed to.
This is unfair to me. You are not the victim here. I'm sorry.
You saw me call you that?
Yeah, we heard you. Yeah.
You heard it.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't see me?
We heard you.
So you don't know who said it.
And we heard you admit it. Yeah. Do you think it's professional? Just asking for a public records request. Real simple.
Okay, what is it for?
Public records.
Okay. Is there a specific public record?
Yeah, there's several. Yeah.
Several.
But if I tell you right now, you're not going to remember it, right? What's the word, Bay fam? It's your boy, Bay Area Transparency, baby. We are back at it once again. And for this video, we went ahead and went out to the California Lands Commission in Sacramento because after our last visit to the California Lands Commission in Hercules, California, they directed us to go to Sacramento to file our public records, as well as I wanted to speak to their supervisors and their bosses to talk about the horrible events and the horrible treatment that took place that we got in Hercules, California. When I went to Sacramento, I got the same type of treatment. You would think that at this point they would have learned their lesson, but they did not. This was the next day after going to the California Lands Commission. Being me, being BAT, I sat there and forced them to do their job. It's unfortunate that I had to do that. I had to stay there and ask and ask. We even had one of the employees there calling us names, and you're going to go ahead and see that on this video. In my opinion, if he has that much contempt for the people, he doesn't need to be working for the people. To call somebody that name, it's ridiculous. You're going to see it. You're going to hear it. He admits it. Later, he tries to deny it, as you saw in the beginning of this video. Let's go ahead and get to it, baby. Follow us on Facebook, Bay Area Transparency Official. Follow us on Instagram, at Bay Area Transparency. Subscribe, like, share. Let's go, baby. BAT. I'm out. Oh, it's cold, boy. Yeah, I'm wearing my sweatshirt on the next one. All right. There it is. Right there. Suite 100 as you see it. California Lands Commission. I guess you have to push a button. Hello, I'm here to get some public records and speak to somebody about another state lands commission office as well.
We tend to not let in people who don't have an appointment.
Well, I don't need an
like one of
appointment.
the delivery people.
I don't need an appointment to request public records. There is no appointment for that. That's just a state law that I can do at any time. So.
Sorry, we've been told to be more cautious about who we let in now.
Okay, well, I would suggest get a supervisor because I have a right to request public records whenever I come. So.
Most people are out at lunch right now. I'm just manning it up here by myself. I'm sorry, I'm not allowed to let you in. That's just how it's been.
Okay, well, where's the supervisor? The supervisor is not here, or?
She's at lunch. Okay,
and what time do they get back?
Well, there's someone else who normally mans up here at the front, and she'll be back later too.
No, but I'm talking about a supervisor that would know.
People for public records unless they have a contact, and they've been allowed to request certain records.
So I can understand that you probably don't know the way this works like I do. And I can respect that, but the law says that we can come anytime and request public records, whether it be written or verbal. To do that verbally, I have to be allowed to do it. Somebody can come out and I can give them the records request. I don't care about that. I don't need to go in, but I do need to file a records request. And you guys don't really have a choice on whether you allow me to or not. It's a law, right? So it's something that has to be abided by. That's why I'm asking, when will the supervisor who actually knows about this be back so that I don't have to sue you guys to get records? I don't really feel like doing that. So.
You don't need to sue us to get records, but it's never been the case that people walk in and just take whatever they want. That is not how we give records to our clients.
It's not about taking whatever I want. The way the law works is I put in the records request. They have 10 days to respond to that request. And then if they need extra time for what is a public record to find it, they have like a extension that's allowed in the law. I come back and I pick the information up. So it's not just coming in, hey, give me this record, that record, and you guys have to supply it now. No, it goes to your PIO or your public records officer, and then they have 10 days to respond to the records. So that's how that works.
We also don't allow people in with camera equipment unless they're allowed. I've never seen anyone else do that. I'm sorry, I'm not allowed to let you in.
Okay, again, you guys don't have a choice about the camera because it's the First Amendment. And so what I'm asking is, when is the supervisor going to be back that knows about this so I can speak with them?
I mean, our public contact is not necessarily the supervisor.
You're being very difficult. When is somebody...
But it's supposed to be difficult when people approach us like this.
You're supposed to...
This is unfair to me. You are not the victim here. I'm sorry.
Hold on. Okay, Bay fam, let's just stop that right there really quick. Yes, we heard this lady just say, I'm supposed to be difficult when somebody approaches us like this. So when somebody walks up, presses the button and says, hi, I'm here to request public records and I want to speak to somebody about another California lands office, it's her job, in her opinion and her own words, to be difficult to you, to a member of the public who pays her salary, who pays everybody that works there salary, who pays for this office space. As a matter of fact, it's their job to be difficult. And what she's referring to is the camera, and that's why she said, it's unfair to me, you're not the victim here. I'm not saying I'm a victim. I'm not asking to come in. I'm literally asking, when can I speak to a supervisor? And this lady is being as difficult as she possibly can. And she feels that that's her job. No, your job is to serve us with a smile like you're supposed to, like we pay you to do. Let's get it straight. We are the owners of this office. We are the public. You work for us. We pay your salary. Do your job the right way. Camera or no camera, lady, you are not the victim. You don't like being recorded? Go work in the private sector where they can tell you that you can't record. Other than that, you work for us. Let's get back to it. It's supposed to be difficult when somebody comes up and says, hi, I need to file public records?
You need to actually call us just like everybody else does and ask what you want, and then I can put you in contact just like everybody else who asks for records and information. That's not how the law works. How would I do it verbally in person if I have to call first? I don't have to do that. You don't have to come in person.
But I choose to.
Don't take walk-ins.
I choose to. Right? That's what you don't get. It's not like what your guys' policies are or whatever. It's an actual law. And that's what I'm trying to get you to understand. The way the law works is I can come anytime and ask for public records. And that's why I'm asking. You don't know, and I understand that, and I don't have a problem with it. But when will somebody that knows what they're talking about this specific topic, be back so I can request these records? So this lady is just making it as difficult as possible.
30 minutes to an hour.
Oh no! I'll wait around and just wait for them to get back and then talk to them when they come back.
I would prefer if you didn't film us.
Well, I understand, but I'm doing a story on the California State Lands Commission. I'm a journalist, is what I do. We also have a constitutional right to film public employees in the course of their duties from public spaces. This office is public, so I can definitely film. So I understand you might be uncomfortable. I don't mind that. But I have a right to do it, and that's it. On top of that, the other office, which I'm sure you've heard about because I've heard some of the things you've said have led me onto that, were extremely rude, aggressive, called the police, told me to get the fuck out of here, and all this other stuff that I have on camera. This is why I film these interactions. And that story is going to be coming out soon. So I need public records. I need to file a complaint and do some other things. They've led me here. They said, go to Sacramento. We don't give a fuck. I'm supposed to be able to do it there. But instead, I've had to drive all the way out here because you have idiots running that office over there. So I'm here. No. Blame them. They sent me over. I would have never came here. So
you can call our office and ask for the records you want, just like everyone else does.
Negative. I can file them in person, and that's what I'm going to do. So you said about a half an hour supervisors will be back. I can come back and hit the button in a half an hour. I don't care. But I'm not doing it on the phone. I'm doing it in person. That's what the law allows.
You can hang out there, I guess.
Yeah, I will. What do they get back at 1?
I mean, it is 1 right now, but
So they get back at 1:30? I mean, can you give me a time?
I tend to be isolated up here when I'm covering for the person who's normally at the front.
I understand.
And eventually she will come back. But again, our public contact for when people request information and records is someone who works in another department. It is not a supervisor. My supervisor is not in charge of this. I'm an office worker.
Okay, so you're referring to your PIO who does public records? Is that what I'm assuming?
No.
Do you guys have a public records officer? Sometimes they call them a PRO.
I mean, it depends on which department you would like information from.
It's public records. It's any public record, right? So it's not from a specific department. It's going to be from the entirety of the California State Lands Commission for public records. So
I work
and for
with records sometimes, and you need something a little more specific, or again, to do what everyone else does and call and direct you to a public liaison who will then direct you to the records you want.
Okay, you're incorrect. I can do it in person. You said the person who deals with records is not in this department. Can you direct? What department are they? Are they a different building? Where are they? Because I was referred here. This is the only address I find in Sacramento. So.
Yes, this is our main office, and then we have the satellite offices, as you've indicated, you're aware of on a very personal level.
Well, yeah, and I should be able to be because you guys are a public office, right? So it shows a lack of transparency when we come and you say, "Oh, you can't record. I don't want you here. You got to call. You can't come. You can't be here." You guys are clearly hiding something, and that's what I'm uncovering because I have inside sources in this particular office and Rodeo, and I've been told what you guys are hiding. That's what I'm looking for. So because of the way I've spoken with you at this point, and you're saying I have to be difficult to you and all these things, I'm actually also going to get your employee file, public record name, and all these other things to add.
I don't appreciate being threatened.
It's not a threat. I'm just telling you I'm going to make it part of the story because if you're trained to be difficult to the public, that's an issue for us. See what I'm saying? So it's journalism. I'm sorry. I understand it might affect you a certain way, but I just go off what you tell me, and I can't make you say or not say something.
This
So.
isn't journalism. This is conspiracy theories. I'm sorry.
Conspiracy theories? To just point out that you said I have to be difficult to you? That's not a conspiracy theory. You said that.
You're assuming that no one ever has the right to be difficult to other people. You're demanding things you shouldn't be demanding. You are the one who is being difficult.
I'm demanding...
I'm being far nicer to you than really I should be.
Yes, Bay Fam, you heard it correctly. This public worker just told me that I am here demanding things that I shouldn't be. I should not be demanding public records, in her opinion. I shouldn't be able to request for public records and ask for her employee file and things like that. Wrong, lady. That's not the way the law works. Thank goodness, because everybody in government would say that. They wouldn't be transparent, and they would shit on the people every chance they get. We the people, the Bay Fam, will not stand for it. The next thing she said is, I am being far nicer to you than I should be. So she is indicating that she should be being extremely mean and rude and foul to me. She also said, you're assuming that people never have the right to be difficult to other people. No, lady, I am saying that you as a public worker, while you're working for me, being paid by me, do not have the right to be difficult to me. I pay you. You have a misconception of who you actually work for. You think your boss and the bosses in your office are who you work for. That's not true. You work for the people. So do your boss and their bosses and the governor of this state as well. The problem is now the people are afraid of the government instead of the government being afraid of the people. And we are out to change that and take that back because it's nonsense. We have the power, you don't, and I'll prove it here in a little bit when I force them to take my public records request. No, you're not. I'm asking for public records. How is that demanding something that shouldn't be demanded? I don't understand.
There is There's a process to demand public records, and I told you what it is. You
No,
will not comply.
you told me I have to call in all these things. I don't have to do that. I can come in person and file them. Because let me tell you why. Have you ever heard of the ADA?
Yes, I have.
Okay, because of the ADA, that's why the public records say written or verbal. Because if I can't read or write for whatever reason, I'm blind, I don't know how, I don't use the internet, I don't send emails, I don't make phone calls, I can come in person and have you guys write my public records request down, and then you guys forward it to your officer who handles that, whoever handles it. That's the whole point of it. So I'm not demanding things I shouldn't be demanding. I'm here asking to file a public records request. You're telling me you have to do it XYZ and we don't want you here. And I'm telling you I don't care whether you want me here or not. I can do it this way because the law says I can, and that's how I'm going to do it. Pretty simple.
I don't need to let you in, though.
I
do not verbally request from the outside.
Ma'am, when did I say you have to let me in? Never did I say that. I said I'm here to file public records. And you said, well, I'm going to make it difficult on you. Call, go away, these things, right? I never said I need to come in. I can request them out here. No problem to me. I don't care where I request them. I just need to be able to request them. And I need to talk to whoever supervises the Rodeo office because they are denying me to file public records. In order to get those records, I then have to file a lawsuit because I'm being told, no, get the fuck out of here. We don't like your camera, kind of like you're doing. And that's not okay. You signed up to be a public servant. If I'm doing a story on you guys and I'm recording, that's what you signed up to do. If you don't like it, work in the private sector.
I'll try calling George, who's our public records liaison, or not even necessarily records, he's our public liaison. You've been going on so long that people might have come back at this point, so.
Okay, well, your supervisor would be nice. Okay.
My supervisor isn't the one in charge of it.
I'm not asking who's in charge of it. I'm asking to speak with the supervisor for Rodeo, and then I'm asking to file public records for this office. Because I also need to file public records requests for that office, at that office. And I'm trying to make sure they understand they too have to take that request, right? So, another thing is I had sent somebody in here. I hope you can hear this. I sent somebody in this office last week, and they just asked a couple general questions. They hit this button, and you guys let them right in. They didn't have a camera, but I got the interaction on audio recording and camera. So I know that you guys just let people in this office, as well as Rodeo.
We used to do that, and now we are told that we should not do that anymore.
Since
for
when?
Our safety
Yesterday?
and for, you know, keeping records safe.
Since yesterday, or when? The day before?
I'm not allowed to tell you.
Okay, well, that'll be public record, so I'll get those emails. That'll be something I request, and the training on it and why you guys don't let people in anymore. And when they say it's because somebody came in with a camera, just more of a lack of transparency. This is why we have to be able to ask for records, because we have people that work for the public that don't like transparency. They don't want stories about these places coming out. So I understand it might be uncomfortable, but it's needed. Anyways, if you could ask your supervisor or whoever it is that can, because you're a person who takes the records, they're not going to come here to take them. I need somebody here to take this records request, and I need to speak to whoever supervises Rodeo, whoever they answer to. So if that person's here, that would be nice too.
Our satellite offices, they all have, of course, their own manager, just like any satellite office would, so I'm not sure what you're here to ask for. Do you want public records, or do you want the manager
So
of
she's
the
just
other
being
office?
as difficult as possible. I don't need the manager of the other office, because that person's whose name is Ron works out of that office, and he's a complete fucking moron, right? I need the person he answers to. So their contact, their email, or if they're here to come speak to me. That way I could tell them what he did and file a complaint. So I'm also here to file a complaint about that situation. As far as what I need here, yes, I'm going to ask for some records from this office as well. Okay, so I'm here for a few things, right? And I only asked for your supervisor because it seemed like you weren't fully aware of the law regarding the California Public Information Act, right? And I understand it. I'm well read on it. It's what I do. I know it like the back of my hand. So I understand you don't know it, and that's okay. But I just need to be able to request these records.
And I would have to know which record.
Right, and that's
that you
why.
want from which department. People often call asking for things related to leases because that's part of what we do. But you haven't mentioned anything about leases.
Because you told me I could not. You're not going to take my request. Are you going to take my request? I can tell you specifically what I need. If you're going to write it down and take my request, I have no problem with that. But you've been making it hard on me, as you like to say. And you haven't said, yeah, I'll take your request, I'll write it down and forward it to our public information officer. You haven't done that. You basically said, no, 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 people aren't here, no, 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 no. So would you like to take the request? That'd be awesome.
I could try to see if the person who normally does land management requests is back from lunch, because a lot of people tend to be gone from 12 to 1, 12:30 to 1.
Oh, that's fine. Let me know. So this lady is just clearly trying to make it as difficult as possible. And she even said it. She's not hiding it. And to say we don't let people record and all that stuff. Like, you're crazy. This is a public lobby right here. Look, that's why there's seats right there. There's chairs, right? That's what it's for. So they can, you know, people can go in there and get help and get service and stuff, right? Is this the YouTube guy?
Is that why Pam sent out that letter? Is this yours?
No, that was like, Mark told me that was supposed to be delivered to a different, they just kind of like left it out.
So there was a letter sent out. That's a public record.
It's already here when I got here, so, and I don't even know who I'm trying to phone Lloyd. Oh, there he is. Yeah, he's cool, he's asking for public records.
No, he's a YouTuber.
Yeah, the one from the computer office yesterday, but all of them.
So listen to him. Because I'm a YouTuber, I don't get to ask for public records. So that's how ignorant they are. They think because I do videos, I don't get to ask for public records. Of course I do. That's how I do the videos.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of were, but we weren't supposed to, that was the policy, we were doing it kind of, and then now we are, and then it's kind of records, like call, and then.
Listen to what they say.
So he's been out here for like, I don't know.
He's a YouTuber guy that does like,
Half an hour,
I think he's
know.
like
This
always
is
trying to find
being
government
filmed
waste and stuff.
online
He's just some
and
fucking
stuff.
dickhead.
He's just some fucking dickhead. Very professional, fuckface.
He's got to.
What a fucking idiot.
Are you listening to what I was talking about them in private?
Yeah, I'm a fucking dickhead. Yeah. Don't worry, we'll get your name. See if we can get you fired as well.
Fucking dickhead.
Fucking dickhead. I don't know if you heard him, but that's what he's saying. Outside of that office, he wouldn't say that, though. Oh, what a fucking idiot. So, this is their see, this is what you get, right? Oh, no, he's a YouTuber. He can't do that. He's a fucking dickhead. It's a law. You have to take my public records request. You have no choice. So, fuckhead, the question is, who's going to take my public records request? That's the question. So, who's the supervisor? Where is the supervisor at? I need to request public records. It's a state law. I have a right to do that. Who's going to take the request? Real simple.
I don't know.
Well, figure it out. You guys work here. I suggest you guys watch what you say and how you act when you work for the public. That's just a little bit of advice. Besides feeding into that guy's bullshit and calling him fuckface. But still, I mean, come on, man. Piss me off.
Oh, that was the oh. Anyway, she'll be right back. She just has to get her computer and stuff.
Cool.
person who just left. She'll be right back with her computer and stuff.
Oh no, I said cool. Hey, clown boy, you think it's professional to call people a dickhead when you're working for the public?
I'm sorry?
You think that's professional to call people names like that when you're working for the public?
Did I say something to you?
Yeah.
When?
Yeah, you called me a dickhead earlier, a couple times.
Did I?
Yeah, we have it on camera.
You saw me call you that?
Yeah, we heard you. Yeah.
Or you heard it?
Mhm.
You didn't see me?
We heard you.
So you don't know who said it?
And we heard you admit it. Yeah. Do you think it's professional?
I'll try to be more professional like you.
I've been professional. I've asked for public records. What am I doing wrong?
We don't do public records. You have to do that through an internet portal.
So
10 days to respond.
I know, but that's not the way. How would I do it, written or verbal, in person, if I had to do it through an internet portal? Yeah, that's violation of the law. He laughs. Hey, I love it. Everybody, when I go there, they laugh. Then I put the video and the story out, and I come back, and they're, yes, sir. No, sir. Okay, sir.
You haven't done anything wrong.
They all act like you. Yeah, you did. You called me a dickhead.
Okay.
We have it on camera.
Did I?
Yeah.
Maybe I was talking about someone else?
Doesn't matter. No, he's a fucking YouTuber. He's a fucking dickhead. Fuck him. Da, da, da. Yeah, we heard you. But you wouldn't say that like outside in the, out from the safety of this office, right? So you're kind of a coward, but that's okay. I run into them all the time. Anyways, like I said, I need to file public records. If you guys are going to deny me that, that's fine. I can have my lawyer sue, and we'll go from there.
You can also,
Call your lawyer.
you can also do it online. That's what.
But I'm here to do it in person. I was in Rodeo to do it in person, and they freaked out and said no, and then sent me here to do it in person. So why am I would have never been in this office if they would have took my records. I don't need to come to this office specifically. But because they wouldn't do it and said go to Sacramento, and now you guys are saying you don't do it. What you don't understand is the law says we can do it in person, right? Written or verbal. And I'm trying to give it verbally. That's what I do because of the ADA. I'm sure you guys are familiar with the ADA. So, and I explained this to the other lady who was here. I'm always respectful until somebody acts like an idiot, like this guy. Other than that, if we can be respectful, you guys have to take the public records request. You don't really have a choice. It's a law. But if you guys don't care about the constituents' money, and like him, call your lawyer. We don't care because you're not going to be held personally liable. It's not going to come out of your check. But when I put out the video showing him call me a dickhead, you think he'll be working here much longer after that? Probably not. Look, he just laughs. I love it. I love it. Wait till the video comes out and I come back. We'll see who's laughing. That's what I love, because they always think you're just one person. I'm not. I got 400,000 people behind me. It's a big difference. So I've been here like over an hour now for a simple public records request. Are you guys going to take the request or refuse to take the request? Let's make a choice so I can be on my way and then just hold you guys accountable after. What did you say when you walked out? State worker? You're too young to be a state worker.
Yeah, I'm 72.
No.
Yes.
I was thinking like 39, 40. I thought you were right about where I'm at. Have a good day, ma'am. That lady's attitude is freaking awesome. So everybody else here needs to learn from her. And being her age, of course she acts like that. She's awesome. Right.
All under control. I've let Susan not let. John knows, George knows, everyone knows. It's all good. Not waste time. That's right.
So she's telling her don't waste her time. So, all right, at this point, based on don't waste your time, I'm going to consider it a refusal for the records request. Be on the lookout for the video Monday, and I'll be back Tuesday. See you guys then. Cool. It looks like there's a highway patrol here, and they're just refusing to give me public records. And so that's why they weren't saying anything, because they called the cops. Well, that was helpful to you, huh? Made sense? No? Okay. It's a refusal as far as I'm concerned. They refuse to take my public records request. That's as far as I'm concerned. I'm calling it a refusal. And that's that. You know what I mean? Because making me wait an hour, not saying nothing, not taking the public records. Hey, there you go. How'd that last video work out for you? Didn't work out too good for the SAC officers.
Yeah. Have a good day, dude. I'm not here to tell you can't record. So.
No. Hey,
Yeah.
Once I saw you, I'm like, he knows.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, do what you want to do, man.
Well, I mean, I was leaving now because I just went in, so they probably told you a little bit. I went to Hercules and was recording. I was trying to get public records. They kicked me out, freaked out. Highway Patrol came, put me in cuffs. Yeah, he's like, you're trespassing. He didn't want to talk at all, so I went out of the office. Go ahead.
41 up, 97. Go for it.
So I go outside of I go, okay, you're going to arrest me if I don't leave? I'll go outside I went outside the office, and I called him a fucking moron because I was pissed, right? Because he had grabbed me.
41, I'm go for it here, 97.
And he goes, I'm putting you in cuffs for officer safety. I go, what crime? I'm out of the office. What crime? And he did it. Put me in cuffs for like an hour. So anyways, they told me, I went to, after I got my stuff, went back up, and I'm like, I want to file my public records request now. And they're like, no, you have to go to Sacramento. So I came here, and they're like, no, he's a YouTube, fuck that kid, and I got this all on camera, and I'm there for an hour going, just say no, or say yes, take it, pick one, and they didn't say shit. So I was about to leave.
I told her, I guess, I don't know if that's the manager with her, she wasn't here, so she was like, I was on lunch, she was like, but I told him, I was like, if he just wants to get a public records request, that's what he wants, just give him the public records request.
Yeah.
If you choose not to, then that's on you guys, don't call us, like, we're not, I'm not here to get in the way of that. I mean, it's one of those things where, like, we have nothing to do with this building other than that one suite is...
No, I know.
But I mean...
You know I do my research.
Yeah, I'm like, it's nothing that we can... Give the request you're doing. I'm like, but if you don't want to give it to him, we're not getting in the way of that. That's on you guys.
Well, and you know me, I mean, we've had interaction. I'm typically really respectful unless if somebody gets out of line, right? And, like, so I'm just there going, hey, are you going to just give it or not? Like, what are we going to do? Give me an answer.
Around, like, the whole, just,
yeah, well, they were trying. I see what they did now, and they do this a lot. They were trying to keep me there so you get here because they think he's gonna get arrested, right? And it's like, no, dude. I've dealt with a lot of these cops in these areas. A lot of you guys know now.
She knew when she got here. She goes, yeah, I get you. There's nothing you can record all you want. Like, yeah, this is right to do so. Parking lot, inside. I mean,
yeah. Why they called the Highway Patrol? I have no clue. But let's go ahead and do it again. We got a whole bunch of people in here this time. All right, now can I do my public records request since you guys know a little bit more? Just asking for a public records request, real simple.
Okay, what is it for?
Public records.
Okay, is there a specific public record?
Yeah, there's several. Yeah, but if I tell you right now, you're not going to remember it, right? So,
Write it down.
yeah, and that's all. I've been asking for over an hour, and I've been called a dickhead by the employees here and all kind of stuff on camera. So,
All right.
oh, don't worry. The story will come out Monday, and we'll see how everybody fares after that. But
It may take us a while to process.
yeah, they have 10 days, and then there's room for an extension in the law as far as the records request goes.
Can I get your name?
No, we'll just put cameraman.
Oh, okay. So, but if we get these records ready for you, we would send them to you?
No, well, the way I'll do it on this one is I'll come back in 10 days, and I'll receive the first letter that will be ready. Actually, 11 days because you guys have 10 days. And if they need an extension, they'll say, this is what we have ready, this is what we don't. I'll get that, and then if there's another date that they'll have it ready, I'll come back after that date and grab the rest.
Okay, yeah, because I'm not actually the Public Records Act coordinator.
Right.
But,
You just forward it, like the law says.
Yeah, but what I do know is that we have 10 days to respond.
Yep.
But if we need longer.
There's an extension. Yep.
So what are the records you're looking for?
Okay, so, well, this one's actually going to be hard because there was a lady sitting here when she was gone. She was actually really nice. But there was a lady that's sitting here when she was gone. Do you know her name? Not the one who was here when she got back, but there was one when they were all at lunch.
Yeah.
I have her on my camera, but I don't know her name. She wouldn't give it to me. Now, I want her first and last name and everything public in her employee file.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, unfortunately, she told me that she is gonna make this difficult on me on purpose, and that's it. Yeah, it's pretty messed up. That's why I like you. You're awesome. And they told me that you were gonna be worse than her, and you're not. You're great. This is crazy.
Okay.
So that's one of the things.
Okay.
We ready for the other ones?
Yes.
I want the who is the boss of this particular office?
Oh, that's, at this time it's Grace Kato.
Okay. So I would like Grace as a woman, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Okay, I would like her name, I guess, because I won't remember it, and email address as well.
Okay.
That way I can send all this stuff to her. And then I would.
Give that out.
Yeah, it's public record.
No.
Tracy,
Yeah.
I can't do that with Tracy.
Oh, well,
Anything in the EO and legal, we can't give out. They can.
yeah.
Well, that's why I filed the request, and they're gonna respond to it. So they'll either say we can or we can't, and then I can fight it if I want. But I'll ask for it at least.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay, because, yeah, what I'll do is I'll forward this to our Records Act request coordinator, and they will start.
I know. I'm well aware of the I do this all the time. So I request these all over. So
Okay, I don't know if they are gonna require your name.
They
and
can't.
contact.
they can't. Yeah, it could be anonymous.
Okay, just, okay,
Yep.
anonymous request. But
There you go.
I will just relay this information to them.
That's all.
and,
That's all we need. That should have been done about an hour ago.
They will, yeah, they will do what they can do, but I'll let them know you're coming back in 10 days.
Yeah. Well, 11, because I'll give you the 10.
Okay.
Now, he was out here earlier speaking with the ladies with another gentleman next to him. I want both of those gentlemen's name and everything, him and the other, he can tell you who was with him. I want their names and everything, their first and last, and everything public in their employee file as well. Because the other gentleman decided he was going to call me a dickhead several times, and so we're going to make sure he gets disciplined and or fired. We'll see what the people want.
There were two gentlemen.
Yeah, he can tell you who was with them. Him and somebody else. So if he can give you the name, that would be nice.
Okay.
And I have it on video, so don't deny it. And what?
Yeah, okay, John, and make notes. Okay.
Why does this door keep doing that?
It's open.
Oh,
yeah,
it's opening for me.
opening.
Oh, because you're standing here.
Would you like to come in?
Oh, that'd be fine. I mean, it's up to you guys. I don't, you know, people feel uncomfortable on their camera. I get it. I try to respect everybody, but when things get crazy, I have an attitude too, right? I have an attitude problem
Okay.
myself. So.
Yeah,
Anyways.
if we stand over here, the door will stop clicking.
That's cool. So yeah, so I stopped at them two with their employee files. I also want to know the name and contact information of who the Hercules office answers to. Their supervisor. Not, how can I explain it? Not the one that's at that office.
Okay.
Because that guy's name is Ron, and he was part of the problem. I want to know who he answers to.
Okay, so Ron's, yeah.
Okay. Ron's supervisor.
Okay.
And then since I was here, I've gathered more information. I understand that you guys put out an email or a letter about what happened at the Hercules office. I want that letter
Okay.
or email, because that's a public record as well.
Letter from Hercules about
Me recording in there or
Okay.
whatever.
okay.
There's some. I heard the ladies in here talking about the email and letter that came out. So, and then any other email or department. What's the word I'm looking for? Letter. I'll just say letter. So it's because sometimes they deny these based off little words I use. Any email or department letter that's regarding anybody coming in recording to one of these offices, I want those emails and letters as well.
Okay.
And then there was nobody recorded here. I'll get Ron's boss's information. Any memorandums regarding the locking of these doors? Because, and I'm going to be real honest, I sent somebody here last week, and all they did is push the button and they were let right in. Actually, I don't even think the door was locked, and they were let right in. I also sent somebody to Hercules last week, and the same thing happened. I have Ron lying to the police saying, oh, the door is always locked, it's a secure area, and I have on camera that it's not. So any memorandum regarding the doors being locked all the time, I want that memorandum if one exists. If it doesn't exist, it doesn't exist.
Okay. Well, I believe, it's locked on the outside, but...
Well, you can't get through there either unless you have
and
our
it
badges set it off.
Right.
That's why the door kept open.
No, I get that. But so what I'm saying is I have people that work for me, and I sent them in here, and all they did last week is press the button, and the door was unlocked immediately. They walked in, and they spoke with somebody up front. Unfortunately, I only have the audio recording of that person, but it's clear, and just I know that you guys let people in here, but I was purposely... So what I'm getting at is you can't pick and choose what members of the public you guys let in. If it's open to the public, it's open to the public. So I understand people come here with an appointment, but for public records, I don't have to have an appointment. So if I come in, I'm like, hey, I'm doing public records. You guys also have to, just because it's all right, we pay for these buildings, let us in to do them. Because when you don't, and I explained it not to her, but the other lady who was sitting here, it feels like you're not being transparent. It feels like something's being hidden, right? And so that's just a statement. That's not part of this. But but that's why I want that memorandum, to find out when it was mandated that these doors stayed locked all the time.
Okay.
So this is the other gentleman that was with the guy who chose to call me the D word. I was appalled. I'm like, really? You're working for the public, man. Why would you say that? It's so dumb. Of course I'm going to expose it, but why would you say that? Okay, give me 1 second, because there was some more, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. Give me 1 second. We have Ron's boss. We have the lady sitting here. We have public employee files. We have contact information of the supervisor. We have the memorandums. We have the emails. We have the letter. I can't think of anything else at the moment. If I do, I will when I come back in 10 days, I'll have to file another one.
All right.
Right now I can't think of it. I do have some to file in Rodeo, but what I'm going to do is allow the video to come out, see how everybody responds to it, and then I'm going to go back to Rodeo and see if they'll actually take the records request at this point. Because what they told me is, no, get the hell out of here. I literally have the lady who sits in her place saying, no, go away, get the hell out of here, and they taped up the window, which is like these windows here. Those are there just so you guys know, so you guys don't do it. That's there because of building code and fire code. Those have to be open so people can see during the fire.
Told me when he saw
But they just taped them up. So
Yeah, so we have, so this is, Sacramento is basically our headquarters, but as you know, we have offices throughout the state.
right.
So our Public Records Act coordinator here works out of this office, but any Public Records Act request would come through that coordinator. Even if you went
Anywhere, and then they would forward it to
you-
them. And are you like a supervisor here?
I am.
So you're who I've been asking for like an hour, and I was told no, that you don't deal with it and you don't know about it, but you very clearly do.
We have many supervisors
Okay,
here.
okay.
I'm just one.
One of many.
So yeah, I don't handle Public Records Act requests, so that's probably why they told me.
Got you. But you clearly know that like we can put them in any office, and then you guys forward them, and then that comes back, trickles down, whatever. That's the reason I actually came here is Hercules told me basically, no, get the F out of here. You have to go to Sacramento to do that. And so I was like, okay. And I came here, and then the lady here was like, no. I'm like, well, how do I do it? I have to be able to do it in person. So anyways, hopefully this goes better than next time. But
All right.
I appreciate you.
So I'm just going to look at my calendar to see, just so I can let our Public Records Act coordinator
Okay.
know when so
We're the 13th now.
Yeah.
What's 10 days? Do you have the calendar up?
It would be 10 business days.
10 business, yeah.
That's,
So actually 11, because I give the
let's-
extra day.
Okay, so I'm going to count business days. So
Perfect.
it looks like that would be Friday, March 28th. Would that?
Yeah, Friday, March 28th sounds good.
Okay.
That's perfect.
So you'll plan.
Pretty good, Mark, can we help
do
you?
you have any
Oh, okay.
time?
They called because Kim, I wasn't here, so I don't know.
Yeah, probably. I'm assuming it'll be around like the same time I came today, which was I think like 11 or 12 or something.
Okay.
Is it better early? I don't know what time you go to lunch, but is it better? Well, will she have the response?
Yeah, we'll have. Well, our whoever's here.
It'll just be up here.
Yeah, I imagine so, but I can't tell you for sure because
Where it'll be. Okay.
Yeah, but
Well,
that's what I assume.
I'm just trying to figure out, is there a better time to come back to get it? Would before, because everybody goes to lunch at 12, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
So would before 12 be better or after 12 be better?
If you're willing to give me a email or a phone number.
I don't give that stuff out.
Okay. 'Cause,
It'll be out there when I put the video out. Everybody will know exactly who I am. And that officer that you guys called already knows who I am.
Okay.
So, because I dealt with him at another
so
state office.
how will we find your video?
I'll send it. That's why I asked for
Oh.
emails. Yeah, if you want to put your email or give me your email, I'll send it right to you guys.
Oh.
I'd love
You
for
know
you
what?
guys to see it. I'm more about education than confrontation, but I don't mind a little confrontation if it has to get there.
I think
So.
what I'll do is I'll give you the email for our Public Records Act coordinator.
That'll work. I can send it. Just being honest, the views that I get, there's going to be like 200,000 views and probably like 70,000 people contacting you guys and sending you the link as well, and filing complaints and so on and so forth with what they've seen. And that's why I said earlier, like, the other guys in here laughing at me and all this stuff. I said after the video comes out, people are not laughing. When 70,000 people are pissed off and complaining, people lose their jobs. So I don't know why they called you guys. Well, there's no need. So.
But yeah, so we come when they call. So.
Got you. Yeah, do your job, man. It's all good. I get it. It's just they already had police here, and the police told him, "Hey, there's nothing I can do. It's a state office. He's fine." So.
But then, it's still private property. We have to oversee everything with the private property. The laws is just private property.
Yeah, I get that. But in the lease agreement for the privately owned property, and I have several of these, they very clearly say in there when they're dealing with the state, county, or city, you are opening your building up to the public during the hours of XYZ, and that's what the privately owned person who owns the property, it's probably a company if I'm not mistaken, it's an LLC, but that's what they sign on to. So, and that's just, like I said, education, not confrontation. This guy's happy. I hear him smirking and snorting. Maybe he's sick, allergies, I don't know. I thought it was going to rain on my equipment later.
I can say I
Earlier.
Starting to rain right now.
Is it raining again? I walked out of here and it was already sprinkling. I'm like, oh shoot. Most of my stuff's waterproof, but.
Okay, so there's the email.
Awesomeness.
Right there.
Appreciate it.
And yeah, just I will let them know that you will send a link to the video.
Yep, we'll send it over, yeah, when it comes out.
Okay.
And then I have more, if I have more for you guys, which I do, but I'm drawing a blank and I didn't bring my paper with me. I'll just file it, like I said, when I come back. And then I'll deal with the other place as well.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Sir, I gotta have you write your name down.
I don't do that.
Well, you can't be in here then, because my boss just gave me
A phone call? Yeah, no, I understand you guys do that. I'm actually going to leave right now. But just understand that people do that willingly, but they don't. There's no law.
YouTuber was here.
Yeah, cameraman.
Oh, cameraman.
Ugly cameraman. That's fine with me. I like it. Thank you for
Yeah, I
your
really
personality's
don't wanna
awesome.
waste my job over it.
No, for sure. I get it. Yeah, just understand people are doing that willingly. They don't. There's no law that they have to. So, anyways, bye. I'm out of here. Thank you guys. Appreciate you.
All right.
All right, you too, man.
Thank you.